2015 Vauxhall Mokka in for an aircon leak. I actually diagnosed this one yesterday. If you look just there on the condenser, it's got a leak at the bottom, so the condenser's split. So we're going to be replacing that. First step, get the both front wheels off, and then we can remove the wheel arches, under tray. Basically got to get the front bumper off, so do that first. So both front wheels off, it's going to be the same on the other side, but I'll just show you one side. Gonna remove the wheel arch, so T20s going along the edge, a couple of pop clips, and then that'll just come out. What I tend to do is just remove the whole thing, makes it a bit easier, a bit more room. So I'll take that off and then I'll show you it when it's off. As you can see now, the wheel arch removed, allows access to a little bolt up there which will hold the bumper on. You also got to remove this little trim on the side that just pops in at the bottom, and then you just pop it out the side, obviously because the bumper splits here, so that needs to be nice and loose. A couple of hidden clips, one under here on the wheel arch trim, and then there's obviously one down here as well. But yeah, I'll do the other side and then I'll show you what's after that. As you can see, the other side's now done, same both sides really. While you're in here, it's worth unplugging the fog lights just to make your life a bit easier. Again, there's that little bolt that holds onto the, basically holds the bumper on from the top. And now we're gonna take the under tray off. Next step is to get the under tray removed. Bunch of 8mm on the front, got a couple pop clips, and then I think there's, one or two T20, T25, something like that, and then you can just take the whole under tray off. Just going back to these front bolts, they're not actually 8mm, they're 7mm, which is a bit strange. So 7mm will get them off instead of an 8. The wheel arches and under tray now removed. Them front bolts are actually a 7mm. There is a couple of 10s in there as well, so when you get to take it off. But yeah, you can see the UV dye from the when we've put some UV dye in there to find the leak. You can see where it's leaked out, which comes from the compressor. It's also got a coolant leak, same side, thermostat, so we're going to be doing that, but that'll be a different video. So yeah. Now you've got the wheel arch trims out, the under tray out. Next thing is to go back, basically take the ramp down, go back up top, and then take the top half off, and then we can pop the bumper out. It's a little bit hard to film, but to get the side bits of the bumper out, you just want to give it a good firm pull, and that'll just pop out like that. It's just clipped in on the side there, as you can see. And then both sides do that, and then you can take these top bits out, which I'll show you in a second. They're all just pop clips, and then we can remove the front bumper. This top bit, you basically just want to take out all these pop clips. A bit tedious because there's quite a few of them, but if you've got a little pry tool like this, a bit hard to do one-handed, but yeah, as you can see, there's a load of them, so take them off and then I'll show you what's next. Right, so once you've got all your pop clips off, this panel just comes up. So you just remove it, pull it towards the engine, and then underneath you've got 8mm on each side, Phillips, and then bolts across the front here, which I believe are 10mm. So bolts going across, these ones on this side, and then that's it. Front bumper can come off. So I'll remove them and I'll show you. So if you get all the bolts removed, you just basically flick these up and push them towards you, and then that's literally it. The bumper can come off. How well I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, so I'll just show you it when it's off. Alright. Bit hard to see, but before you take the bumper off, just make sure all the connections are disconnected. So I was just about to take it off, and if I can find some good lighting, there's this wire here which is connected in the front, and then on the other side got another wire just down there, so make sure them two are disconnected as well as the fogs, and then you can take it off. Alright. As you can see, front bumper is now removed, and then you can see the part in which I'm actually replacing the condenser, which is leaking at the bottom there. So next part is to basically get this top bit off, and then get access to the condenser bolts, and then we can basically lift up the condenser out of the front end, and then replace it. Just real quick, if you haven't already, make sure you drain the aircon out of the system. So I've already done this, but you could do it at this step. It's not really an issue. You can put the aircon machine on, so you've got your high port and then your low port's just underneath this intake pipe. Put it on recovery now, suck anything out of the system while you're taking off the bolts needed to access the condenser. So next step is to remove this block plate. They're all 10 mils, 4 on the top, 1 down here. So just take that one out of the way. And then that allows access to this cowling. So it's got a couple of trim clips here, 2 up top. You can get this one out of the way, and then we can start unbolting the condenser because it's got to come up. I was originally looking at taking the crash bar off because it has got bolts in it, but it has been tack welded as well, so you can't really remove it. So we're going to have to come up with the condenser, sorry. I'm going to take off the bonnet latch as well, which I believe is the 213s, just because obviously when you lift it up, it's going to hit that bonnet latch. On the condenser, you've got 10 mil top. There's one at the bottom there. Same on this side, top, and then one on the bottom there. And then the line is just here on the side. It's a 13, so make sure you take your line off first, make sure it's nice and free before you move your condenser. So I'll crack on with that now. Bonnet latch now removed. It's got a little connector at the back, so obviously the car knows whether or not the bonnet's open. That just plugs into there. So all you've got to do is do 13 mil bolts, unplug the connector, and then just pop it out of the way. And then next, before I even touch the condenser bolts, I'm going to go to the line and free this off, probably put some WD on it, make sure it's nice and free, and then get the pipes off. Now that 13's off, just give it a wiggle. Mine actually came off nice and easy. So that's what you want to do, just make sure it's nice and loose. Then you can start doing the compressor bolts. I've just seen it is touching the crash bar, but I think when I loosen off the condenser, I should be able to move it over a little bit, and then that'll allow me to sort of take it off at an angle, and then the pipes won't be a problem. Now with all the condenser bolts removed, the pipe's nice and free. It's not in there anymore. The only thing is, it's a lot bigger on this side, so you obviously have to push it over this way a little bit to get it off the pipes. But now you've got to pull it up. So I'm going to take off the near side front headlight, and then that'll allow the condenser to come all the way up. On the headlight, there's 4 7 mils you need to remove. 1 there, 2 at the top here, and then you've got 1 at the side. I'm not going to completely remove it because I don't need to, just move it out the way enough, and then that allows the condenser to be removed. Nice, easy. Obviously you can see the diagnosis, and you can see where it's been leaking, so get that replaced now. Go get a fresh one. So yeah, old broken condensers out, just cleaned up the area, gonna put new condenser in. As soon as the new condenser's in and bolted in, I'm going to put it into a regas, make sure it takes the gas, make sure it holds pressure, there's no leaking, you know, it makes sense rather than putting it all back together and then regassing it, because if you've got a leak, you basically got to do it all again. So as soon as the condenser's in and bolted in properly, I'm going to gas the system, make sure it holds pressure, start the vehicle up, put the AC on, make sure it's all working, and then I'll show you that, and then after that I'll cut back to it all being put back together. Got my new condenser. If you notice, very important, on the pipes there's a seal. Well, there should be 2 seals. I think the other one stayed in the old condenser, but you got to make sure you get a seal kit with your new condenser. Be these, the black ones in there. Obviously, new condenser, new seal kit, and then you know nothing's going to leak. You don't want to be using the old seals, obviously, because you don't want to do the job again. So, new condenser in, obviously new seals on the pipe as well. Do the absolute bare minimum. Now the AC system's complete again. I'm gonna regas the system, check for leaks. If there's no leaks, I'll put it back together. Obviously, if it detects a leak, then I'll be taking it off again. But this prevents you putting it all back together and then having to take it off again. So I strongly advise when you get to this step, regas the system to check for leaks. As you can see, the gas is all injected, holding pressure. Condenser's all on, no leaks or anything like that. All good. So what I'll do now is I'll just run it up on the vehicle and then I'll just cut to a clip where it's all back together. Running up nice, AC's all working on the inside. Just got to put the front bumper on and the trims and job's done. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Not too bad to be fair, just got to take the front surrounds and obviously the front bumper and all that off. But yeah, that's how to replace the condenser on a Vauxhall Mokka.